Theron,
Free
dog. Free
Theron. Yeah,
Theron.
Free Theron, the homie. Uh, so yeah, we're gonna play some matches today. We're gonna play some matches, but I want to talk to you for a minute and ask you about something. Like, have you heard about this whole Diddy thing that's been going on?
Dog, yeah, man. This nigga was dog. He was wilding out. You heard what he did to that woman? His wife?
That woman, his wife?
Yeah, his wife, yeah.
Oh no, that's not what he was being charged for.
No, I know that's not what he's being charged for, but listen to this, dog. So his wife steps on his ex-wife. Let me excuse that.
Who's his
His
ex-wife?
his sixth ex-wife.
Who?
He's had quite a few ex-wives. That light-skinned woman. I forgot her name.
Talking about Cassie?
Uh, I think her name is Cassie.
Oh no, he
But
never married her.
no, 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 no. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. His wife that he hasn't seen in 6 years. But she P Diddy would have her come into a room, have other dudes and niggas skeet all over her, pee on her, violate her. He would beat her, slap her. She went on the stage, like on the courtroom floor, and said this.
Yeah.
It was what I was like, but think about it, Joe. What woman, right, would lay there and not fight back if she didn't like it? If she didn't like it, if you don't like being peed on, cummed on, spit on, slapped on, would you as a woman sit there and take that, or
Well,
try to fight and leave?
well, let me just say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that, like, realistically, you know what I'm saying? If it was a situation where she was being forced to do it, you're 100% correct. Well, no, I'm gonna say it could have been a possibility she couldn't have left, right? But like, I think what really messed everything up in regards to what she was saying, where she was saying that basically she was being trafficked, it was happening against her will. Did you notice she actually met with that guy by
Yeah.
herself without him
Yes.
being there?
Yes.
So it's kind of hard to say that she didn't like it to a degree, or at
That's
least
what I'm.
he was paying her for it. He was paying her for it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say that she hated it all the way. But the thing that kind of stuck out with her was that she said that he R-worded her. He R-worded her, right? He said he took it, but I mean, it was a lot of things that happened behind. Actually, it was another chick, also Daphne Joy, that was 50 Cent's baby mama. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then he was doing her any type of way too. So you heard about what happened yesterday, though, right?
No. What happened? What happened in the case? They let him go.
Yeah, so like he was acquitted of like 3 of the 5 charges. So like the sex trafficking, he was acquitted of all the major crimes that they said that he did. The jury found him to be not guilty. So like he got charged with, I think, like transporting sex workers from one state to another state. A whole bunch, like just a couple of things he was convicted of, but they're talking about him being sentenced in October, and they're also talking about probation, right? The probation is on the
What?
table, so he might get like 2 to 3 years of probation.
But didn't
Um,
he OD in jail too?
he didn't OD in jail. I think he attempted to commit the sue, but he didn't OD in jail.
Oh
Now,
my God.
do you think in your mind he was guilty?
Yes.
What do you think he was?
100%.
What do you think he was guilty of?
I don't think he was guilty. I mean, my biggest thing is if a woman is willing to accept money for sex, then she's a hoe.
Facts. That's
So
true.
just leave it be. It's not sex trafficking.
Okay.
If the woman is willing to accept the money to leave the state that she was in, because obviously that state that she was in, like Mexico per se, say he got some women from Mexico, right? That's considered sex trafficking if you were to pay a woman to leave
Mm,
Mexico to come to America to do some video shoots.
I
You
wouldn't
see what
even.
I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't even say that's. I wouldn't even. I think sex trafficking is where somebody's being forced, right? So like if.
I don't think any of these women were being forced,
Okay,
dog.
fair enough. Fair enough. So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a
You,
question.
you, you. It's crazy to me that women outnumber men, and you
Mm,
telling me P Diddy probably had like 30, 40 women there at the party. The freak off parties were stupid, dog. He had a lot of women at them parties. You telling me that none of them women is willing to gang up on one man? That's crazy
No,
to me,
no,
dog.
no, no, no,
That's
no.
crazy.
This is what to me is going to stand out, um, and this is going to be what I think. Let me message somebody out, and I want you to just give me your opinion on this, and and this is going to be the real. When have you ever ran into a situation where, let's just say, somebody's traveling from Florida to Georgia, right? They're traveling from Florida to Georgia. They've made this trip multiple times. They've been investigated multiple times. They got a bunch of girls in the back of the car. They have firearms and they have drugs, right? And let's just say they get pulled over. It becomes an FBI case because it's state to state, with drugs and guns and women,
Yeah.
right? And the FBI says, you know what? You got so much going on between these girls. We're not even gonna worry about the guns and drugs. Like, when did that ever happen?
Never. They charge. They charge you with because every count, every woman in that car is considered a felony charge. Every gun in that situation that doesn't have a serial number is not registered to that person is a felony charge. All the drugs, if it's Molly, Xanax, any prescription that no one has a prescription for, you get a count of a
So,
felony charge per each pill.
so let me ask
So
you a
there ain't no
question.
fucking way. There
So let
ain't
me
no
ask you a
way.
question.
There ain't no way.
Why didn't he get any
Not a
drug
normal
charges?
person.
Why didn't he get any drug charges?
Because he paid them.
Paid who?
Paid the FBI.
No, I don't think he paid the FBI. I don't think he had to pay the FBI. And this is kind of
So,
a little bit far fetched, but this
but
is my opinion.
why? But why was he allowed to leave with all those drugs and weapons?
Okay, no, I don't think he was able to leave with those. I think they confiscated the drugs. I think at some point, look, this is my whole thing, is that I do believe that there was a RICO case. I do believe he is guilty of something. I do believe there's a RICO case. I do believe that if he was also, he was going with people that, prostitutes basically, from state to state, and even if they were getting paid and it wasn't considered sex trafficking because there was no force, I do believe he was bringing drugs there to have drug fueled orgies. And I do believe if you're taking drugs from state to state, you have more of a case of RICO because, let's be real,
Yes.
he wasn't growing these drugs. Like, these drugs were being
No. You have to get
paid
them.
for by someone in his entourage. It was moving up the ladder, was getting to him, and he was distributing the drugs to at least the prostitutes, right? So there's a
At
RICO
least.
somewhere in drugs just by itself, not even including firearms, which was alleged may not have been proved. So there was definitely a RICO there. And it's kind of weird that the FBI didn't touch it. But I don't think it had anything to do with money. I don't think it had anything to
Nothing
do
to
with
do with
money.
money.
I want to introduce something new. Something new, and it's going to be completely, one of those kind of theories. But you know what I think happened? I think it has to do with the Diddy book. You ever heard that, like, a concept like involved with that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like his what he got on other people.
Yeah, you remember what Elon said about Trump.
Yes.
You remember what he said before,
Elon. What?
in the midst of their friendship breaking up? What he said was Donald Trump was at Epstein's island. That's what Elon Musk said, right? A lot of these
Oh,
freak offs occurred in Trump Towers, and I'm not even saying that Trump was there, but I'm going to say that there were very powerful people there. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that Diddy may have on a lot of different people, right? Maybe people, FBI, CIA, IRS. There's no telling. You know what I'm saying? There's a
because
lot of
he
stuff.
he got his hand. He got his hand in the pot in a lot of things.
Well, it's not even about him having his hand in his pot. My whole thing is that these are drug fueled orgies. When there was some lawyer guy shows up in an interview that says he attended one, right? And he's on P Diddy's case. Like, there's no telling how many people you had in these freak offs. And one of the things the judge said is that this is a case only pertaining to P Diddy. So we can't bring up anybody. And this is weird, right? If we're looking for justice, why wouldn't
Yeah.
we want other people that were attending these freak offs where drugs may have been occurring, where our words could have been happening? Like, why wouldn't you want this to be out in the public? Because you don't want those people that's in these powerful positions to be implicated. Now,
Exactly.
if P Diddy did get a serious, let's just say he got 50 years, say he got 30 years, 35 years, who's to stop him from releasing all the information to people that attended?
Oh, wiggle your mouse, Joe.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, yeah. If P
Joe,
Diddy,
wiggle.
can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. Wiggle
Okay,
your
yeah.
mouse. Yeah, yeah.
If P Diddy, right? If P Diddy did attend these orgies, right, and these very powerful people was there, and let's just say he got 50 years, 20 years that he was supposed to get. Who's to stop him from telling everybody who attended these freak offs and what they were doing and who they were with and who was involved, what entertainers, like, you know what I'm saying? Who's to stop him
That's
doing
how
that?
he's getting off. That's how he's getting off.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause he probably got videos too. Think about it. You know, he recorded a lot of them freak offs.
yo, and some of, and it was a private case, and that's another thing. It was a private courtroom. It kind of seems like they were trying to protect who were on those tapes. And my whole thing is, if drugs are involved and it's happening from state to state in different areas and
You remember
locations,
Trump's son, right?
yeah.
Trump's son with the coke.
I mean, yeah,
in the
but
White House.
and that's the same thing with Biden. Biden's kids was doing the same. Like,
yeah. So what if they attended the freak offs?
I mean, it's a possibility.
From what I've been knowing, they've been happening since like 2012 or some shit like that. They've been doing it for a long time.
And which is crazy because these freak offs went from having male strippers sleep with his girlfriends to like him being involved with a lot of people's careers. Like, there's a lot of allegations came out. There was a guy, this little Rod guy came out, said a whole bunch of stuff about like people that were superstars that was dealing with Diddy, that was doing a whole bunch of stuff. And the whole thing is like, if they're gonna go above and beyond to protect people solely because of they're rich and they're famous, or they have a lot of people that, or they're powerful, if they're gonna go be above and beyond to do that, then to me, my personal opinion is, don't even put him on don't even waste the U.S. money at all and run a case. Don't even run a trial.
Yeah, don't even run a trial. Just let it go.
The FBI threw the case intentionally. Like, I think that, like, even if you look at how they ran the case, where they were pulling up messages based on allegations that the people had, and then all the defense attorneys was doing, where they were just going back and reading more of the message to say, hey, this is the truth of what really happened. That's all they was doing. And it's kind of like you can see where the FBI kind of took it easy. They didn't include the drugs. They didn't include the guns. They didn't really do much of an investigation. They just tried to center it on trafficking, which really they didn't have anything to go off of. But at the end of the day, I guess it is what it is, man. I mean,
that's true. But what about Theron though? Free Theron.
Free Theron. That's all we. Hey, that's gonna be only thing we can run. Yeah, free Theron. Yeah. That's what we gotta leave it at. Because they ain't gonna let him go. I mean, they ain't gonna let him go. Like, he can snatch. Like, he can do all this. Yeah, he can do anything he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Catch my boy with 2 grams of weed. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get him prison time. You know what I'm saying? Diddy out here. He wilding.
Just legalize marijuana. Legalize marijuana.
He got Molly at parties and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ecstasy.
Yeah. Getting these bitches fucked up.
And what's that new drug? That red shit? Red something?
I don't know, man. They got so much shit.
That new drug.
They got fent out here killing people. They on that. They cutting that with everything. They got horse trank right now. Like, it's crazy out here.
Yeah.
Yo, and
just free Theron.
Free Theron. Free Theron. Like, let him go. I mean, they catching him with they catching him with all type of shit. He even admitted it. He said, I used it too. You know what I'm saying? I used the drugs just like they used the drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, but his bail was denied. They did deny his bail.
Whoa. They denied his bail.
Yeah,
so they gonna keep him.
They have a hearing coming up on Tuesday, I believe, where they're gonna decide whether they're just gonna give him like a bunch of probation, or they're gonna have him wait till October to do sentencing. Like, they're gonna. It sounds to me like probation.
Him doing community service.
No, that's not gonna be
community service.
No, because he has no. Let me tell you something. They're rich and powerful. He's got. I think last I checked, $2 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can create his own charity organization and just sign documents and say that he did all his time. But they're rich and these are rich and powerful people. So like, and this is why, when you take a step back and you look at family members where they're not rich, they do crimes that may not even be as severe as the rich and quote unquote powerful do. You run into these type of circumstances, which are horrible, where you have basically somebody that's able to take advantage of the system. You know what I'm saying? Just based off the Diddy Book. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like it's the Diddy Book, man.
I wish I had a Diddy Book.
I don't wish I had a Diddy Book. It ain't even worth. It ain't worth the pot. Like, it ain't worth it, man. Because they gonna what would have happened if they just say, you know what? Let's just hit him up. Let's just hit him up and get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Knock him up. Knock the family out. You know what I'm saying? In game, but like, there's nothing to stop them from doing that because they know what you got on them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let you go every time.
That's fact.
Let me get in there.
Fact. Probably just the get out of jail free card. The
I mean,
only one he's allowed to play.
I mean, I think it depends on how much he's gonna wild out because, like, I mean, I guess to me, it sounds like it just depends on how much he's gonna wild out. Like, I mean, he could. I mean, he's almost what 60. Like, he could start settling down, kind of chilling on his antics. You know what I'm saying? That's a possibility, but I mean, it's unlikely to me, man. I mean, if you get away with what he got away with, then
I mean, if they let him go, man, he gonna probably have to do some type of time though, just to make it kind of look legitimate.
Like what? I mean, look, the most he can get, I think, is 5.5 years. But they're not gonna like if you think about it, like even the crimes he was convicted of, they're not like it sounds like probation to me. I mean, they could give him time, but I don't see how or why they would give him time. Like they basically like you had girls up there saying that he did some of the worst things, and even though like it does sound like they was all paid heavily at the time, you know what I'm saying, and that they didn't have an issue with it at the time, even though it seems like that. Like if they hear all that and they gonna give him probation, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think the FBI was in on it, man. I don't think they really wanted to give him that time because it could have been
some of them could have been there too.
Yeah, it would have been a really big scandal if he came out
could have been
like,
there.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Especially the chief of police or the chief of staff, any one of them. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be like my opinion, it would have to be someone like someone as big as like Steve Jobs. Let's do Jeff Bezos. Like it have to be like Bill Gates. It's gonna have to be those echelon of people for something like this to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Billionaires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Zuckerberg. Like you know what I'm saying? That level of people for you to be able to walk out the door like this. Not them per se, but that level.
That's free. I mean, I know he had a lot of drugs on him. A
lot. Yeah, but I mean that's the thing about it. Like, and the thing about it is the people that are there know that, you know what I'm saying, there's men and women there on drugs. And you got people that, you know what I'm saying, they may conceal their sexuality. So then you got, you know, people with wives and kids up there with doing.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying, what happens if he tells my wife or tells the wife and kids that, you know, he don't even like women like that. You know what I'm saying? He's dealing with men, or you know what I'm saying, she doesn't like men like that. She's dealing with other women. Like, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of that stuff didn't come out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, think about it. They didn't come out with the Epstein Island. Like, we still don't know who's been to Epstein Island. Like, we still know that.
No,
and they already got the book. They just not gonna.
And I know they had a whole list, dog. I know at least 10,000 people was there. Because it's a mansion.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta think it's a big old mansion. Yeah, I know, but the mansion that's on the island like seats over 10,000 people. Like it's a lot. It's a big.
They had kids.
A big mansion.
There,
yeah,
bro. They had more than a mansion, bro.
Yeah,
you had all type of wild stuff that may have been going on over there. But
and it being there, you know, no laws over there. It's
there was, man. Look, everything he did was illegal. That's why when they got that, you know, he died in jail. He died in prison. Yeah, they some people caught him.
How long he's been in prison for?
He's gone, bro.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they talking about he smoked himself. People saying that people in the cell did it, like, and made it look like he smoked himself. But yeah, but I mean, he was already caught up. Like at that point, you know, you got to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? He's already caught up.